Hey Bills Mafia, before we dive into today's huge news, let's take a second to appreciate what this team is building. Every year, Buffalo is getting closer to that Super Bowl dream, and the front office is working hard to make sure Josh Allen has the weapons he needs to succeed. And speaking of weapons, what if I told you that one of the most dominant wide receivers in the NFL could be on his way to Buffalo? That's right. There's a real possibility that three-time All-Pro wide receiver Davante Adams could be available. And the Bills, they might just be in the perfect position to make a move. We're breaking it all down right now. Before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update this offseason. All right, let's get into it. Heading into 2025, Buffalo's wide receiver room has more uncertainty than ever. Khalil Shakir has been a solid slot receiver, but is he ready for a bigger role? Keon Coleman has potential, but as a rookie, he's still an unknown. Amari Cooper and Mack Hollins, both free agents. That's not exactly a stacked receiver room for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. And that's where Davante Adams comes in. Adams, a six-time Pro Bowler and three-time All-Pro, was traded to the New York Jets last October. At the time, it made sense. Aaron Rodgers was there, and Adams was supposed to be his go-to weapon. But now, Rodgers is gone. And with the Jets staring at a massive $35.64 million cap hit in both 2025 and 2026, reports suggest they're likely to cut Adams before free agency begins on March 12th. Why? The Jets might not want to pay that price without Rodgers in the picture. Adams likely doesn't want to be stuck in a rebuild with an uncertain quarterback situation. And that opens the door for Buffalo to swoop in. Let's not forget Buffalo was already in the mix for Adams last year before the Jets made their move. In fact, ESPN's Ryan Evans reported at the time that the Bills were so close to getting Adams that the deal was almost announced before the Jets outbid them. And here's something interesting. The same day the Jets traded for Adams, Buffalo traded for Amari Cooper. It's almost like the Bills were reacting or missing out on their real target. If Buffalo believed Adams was a game changer before, why wouldn't they go after him again now? Especially when they don't have to give up any draft capital to get him. If the Bills want a true WR1, it doesn't get much better than Davante Adams. Here's why. He's a matchup nightmare. Adams has elite footwork, size, and route running ability. He thrives in the red zone. With 95 career touchdowns, he's a scoring machine. He makes quarterbacks better. Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr both had their best years with him. Josh Allen needs him. Since losing Stephon Diggs, the Bills haven't had a dominant WR1. Imagine Josh Allen dropping dimes to Adams in the playoffs. Imagine Adams torching defenses while Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman feast on single coverage. Sounds like a Super Bowl offense, right? While Adams is a potential splash move, the Bills still need depth at receiver. One name to watch? Mack Hollins. Last season, Hollins became one of Josh Allen's favorite targets, even though his numbers weren't eye-popping. 31 catches, 378 yards, 5 touchdowns. But when the Bills needed a big play, Hollins was often the guy Allen looked to. Bleacher Report even listed Hollins as one of the top 50 free agents this offseason. At 31 years old, he's still got a few strong years left, and keeping him around could help stabilize Buffalo's receiving core while they transition to a new WR1. Here's where things get tricky. Would Adams make Buffalo an immediate Super Bowl contender? Absolutely. Would Josh Allen love having him? No doubt. Would Adams want to come to Buffalo? Probably. He wants to win, and the Bills give him that shot. The problem? Money dams won't come cheap. Even if the Jets release him, he's still a $20 million per year receiver. And Buffalo, they're currently $14 million over the cap. That means general manager Brandon Beane would have to get creative with restructures and cuts to make room for him. Let's be honest, when the Bills traded for Amari Cooper, expectations were high. Here's a guy who just came off a 1,250-yard season with the Cleveland Browns in 2023. The idea was that he'd step into Buffalo's offense and be the reliable veteran target that Josh Allen needed. But that's not what happened. The numbers tell the story. A reception, 7 yards, 2 touchdowns. Only 8 games played. To make matters worse, in the playoffs, just 6 catches for 41 yards. For a player who was supposed to be a difference maker, those numbers just don't cut it. So what happened? Injuries. Cooper dealt with setbacks almost immediately after arriving in Buffalo. Offensive inconsistency. The Bills struggled to establish a passing attack in key games. Limited chemistry with Josh Allen. Unlike Stephon Diggs in previous years, Cooper never became that go-to guy. And now he's heading into free agency. Could Cooper land with an AFC East rival? Now here's where it gets interesting. According to Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, one of the top landing spots for Cooper this offseason is the New England Patriots. Wait, what? Yes, you heard that right. The Patriots. Knox writes, Cooper did well enough to adapt to Joe Brady's offense and provide the Bills with receiving help. However, he never performed for Buffalo like the #1 caliber receiver he's been throughout his NFL career. Cooper may no longer be a true #1 wideout, but he's still one of the better receivers headed to free agency. The New England Patriots could use a receiver of Cooper's caliber to help elevate second-year quarterback Drake May. Think about it. New England has a young quarterback in Drake May, a guy they just drafted in the first round. He needs weapons, and Cooper could provide a veteran presence to help develop him. Do we really want to see Amari Cooper making plays against Buffalo twice a year? Could Cooper return to Las Vegas? Another option? The Las Vegas Raiders Cooper started. His career with the Raiders after being drafted 4th overall in 2015, and according to reports, Vegas could be interested in a reunion. They've got a solid defense, but they need more firepower on offense, and Cooper could step in as a reliable veteran option. The question is, does Cooper want to return to his old team? All right, now I want to hear from you. Should the Bills go all in and sign Davante Adams? Or should they focus on depth and bring back Mac Hollins instead? What's the best move to help Josh Allen and the offense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. This offseason is going to be wild, and I'll be here breaking it all down for you. That's it for today. Go Bills!